Okay, so now I've used the glass to cut out 2 pieces of fabric, making sure that I give myself a little bit of fabric on the outside here. One of these pieces is going to be the piece that I paint on my design. The second piece of fabric is going to be what I put my design on. So I'm going to use my paper cutouts to place the items within the frame here. So this is approximately what your design should look like when you're done putting push pins on. Right here I have one of the LEDs because I wanted to show you why it's important to put the paper versions on correctly. If you look at the LED, the light is actually kind of square in the center, and because that's going to be showing through the fabric, it's not really going to matter whether the LED is put onto the fabric like this, or like this, or like this. What is going to matter is that, notice that each side of the LED has a negative side or ground, and then a positive side. So when we sew these on, we want to make sure, just like in our paper version design, that the threads are not going to touch each other. Otherwise, that will short out your circuit. Okay, so now I'm going to take out my LilyPad Arduino board, and you can see that around the board we have the pins, but they're also numbered, as well as you can see there's a negative and a positive sign here. That's going to be the part that we attach to the battery or the power source. So the pins are numbered all the way around, and what I want to do is I want to place this board on here so that the negative and positive pin that attaches to my battery source is pointed in that direction. I'm going to make sure that I have 2 pins to my check mark design, and then I can use 2 of those for my X. Some of these pins, 5 through 8, over here. And the reason why I'm giving myself some options as far as the pins is that you'll see when I begin to sew, I like to try to put pins in between so that the thread, it has less of a chance of touching the other pins. But I can see in my design here, I'm actually going to have to move my LilyPad a little bit further up so that I can get my negative and positive aligned here, but also so that I can use some of the pins from this side to connect to my check mark. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my design here, and I know that this is going to be my positive and my negative pin on my LilyPad. I am then going to use one of the pins over here. So I'm going to have to change my design a little bit. Okay, so this will either be, let's do pin 2 and pin 4 so that I have a space in between. Now I'm going to look at my X design, and I'm going to use pin 13 and pin 11, so that will leave one pin in between there, 13 and 11. And then I can skip a pin, skip 10, and then I'll use 9, skip 8, and pin 7.